Solve tan open bracket x minus 75 degrees close bracket equals 2 for 0 degrees less or equal to x less or equal to 360 degrees. Give answers to one decimal place. So the first thing to do is to solve for x. So I need to divide both sides of the equation by tan. Now, in indices, 1 over tan is tan to power minus 1. And that will be multiplied by 2. So x minus 75 degrees equals 2. Now I need to find x minus 75 degrees equals to tan, inverse tan of 2. So to find the inverse tan of 2, shift tan to close bracket, that's 63.4 degrees. So I'm using a cast diagram of unit circle where the radius is 1 and 63.4 degrees will be somewhere there. And so if I just do that through the center there and there. So this is where tan is positive because we want tan of inverse tan of 2, and 2 is positive number. So that angle here is 63.4 degrees. And if I go add 180 to that, 63.4, because I'm going from 0 to 360, and tan is also positive here using cast. Tan is positive here. As you can see, all is positive for cast. That's what A stands for. Here, sine is positive. That's what S stands for. Here, cos is positive. Tan is positive. That's what T stands for. And here, cos is positive. That's what C stands for. All is positive here, and tan is positive here. So to go from there, 0, so I'm getting 0 to 63.4, that's needed. And also to go all the way to here, we're adding 180. So 180, so I'm going to go now all the way to there. So 180 plus 63.4 will be 243.4. degrees. So that's what it is. So what we needed are the 243.4 degrees. Now we need to add 75 because that's the angle now, 63.4. Now we need to add 75 to get x. So the first value of x will be 63.4 degrees plus 75 degrees, and that would be 138.4 degrees. And the second value of x, which is here, so I'm adding plus 75 degrees, and that gives 138.4 degrees. And the second value here will be plus 75 degrees. So I'm going to get x equals 243.4 degrees plus 75, and that will be equal to 318.4 degrees. So this is 318.4 degrees. So that's the two values that are needed for my solution. So those are the x values that is required for our solutions. Just to remember, when using cast, it's best to have it with radius, unit radius circle, which means the radius of the circle r equals 1. And this is the x value here, that's the cosine, and the y value is the sine, and tangent is always sine of x over cos of x. So you can see why tan is positive here, because cos is negative here, this is 0, cos is negative here, because the x-axis is cos, so that's cos, and this is minus cos theta, and this is y, and this is minus y, and so this is sine, and that's minus sine. The vertical axis are sine, and the horizontal axis are cosine. So if this is negative and sine is negative, tan will be positive, because negative over negative is positive. And that's how you work it out. Cos is positive because obviously it's in the positive direction, because cos is cos x. And sine is positive because it's in the y direction, it's positive there. Sine is negative down here. So you could use tangent function to do this as well. So that's 0 degrees here. That's pi over 2. That's the line of asymptote for tangent function. That's pi over 2, that's minus 90. And this is pi over 2, this is 90. And this is 0 degrees. And for the tangent, it comes from the negative infinity all the way to 0 and to positive infinity. And then the next one, this is pi here, and that's 180 degrees. Again, that comes from negative infinity here, from the line of asymptote. So these are the line of asymptote. Negative infinity to positive to 0 there, and here would be 3 pi over 2, so that goes all the way to positive infinity like that. And that's 3 pi over 2. 3 pi over 2 is 270 degrees. And then this one is 2 pi, so it goes from negative infinity to 0 there. That's 2 pi, and that's 360 degrees. And what we're looking for is 2, the value of is 2. So if 2 was here somewhere, let's say that was 2 there somewhere, and we draw a straight line to meet that 2, just roughly. This is an estimate. So that straight line, this one here is 75 degrees, so that's 63.4 degrees, sorry. So that's a 63.4 degrees. So this is 2 here because it's positive 2. That's 63.4 degrees. And here, you see you're adding another pi to 63.4 because each period is a pi. So that's a pi. So 63.4, and we know what pi is. Pi equals 180 degrees. So you're adding 180 degrees. So that one here will be, so that'll be 180 plus 63.4, so that'll be 243.4 degrees. Now, as you can see, we now need to add 75 to get the x. So that will be plus 75 because you have to make x the subject, so you have to take 75 to that side. And this one too will be plus 75 degrees, and that's why you get 318.4 degrees. Here you get 138.4 degrees. So those are your solutions. So we got the same thing that we got from there. And that's how you do it. So that's if you want to use tangent function to solve your problem. So this is y equals to tan of x. The hidden lines are the line of asymptote. So those are the line of asymptotes. That's the line the curve approaches but never touches.